So we are into a new decade, and what a 10 years it's been for coins. There really have been some incredible releases, from the record-breaking to the poignant, and even coins that actually look nothing like coins. And with so many great issues, I set myself the difficult job of picking out my personal top 5 coin releases of the decade. But before I start, I'd like to take a second to thank all of our regular viewers for their continuous support in 2019. 2020 is set to be a big year for coins, and I'll be here every step of the way with everything you need to know about the latest releases and much, much more. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell to stay up to date. At number 5, the Bicentenary Sovereign. So back in 2017, we saw the Royal Mint commemorate one of the UK's oldest coin denominations, whilst also showing the world just what they could do when it comes to high quality striking. You see, to mark the 200th anniversary of the UK's premier gold coin, the Royal Mint decided to remaster the 200-year-old dies from the infamous designer Beatrix. And in doing so, they created one of the most beautiful gold coins in the world, the Bicentenary Sovereign. This important release brought the Sovereign back to its glory days and reminded the world of why it's known as the chief coin of the world. Next up at number 4, in terms of coins that push the boundaries of what is possible in coin design and production, there's one coin that deserves a mention, the Masterpiece Poppy issue. In particular, the 2018 issue. Issued in support of the Royal British Legion, the 2018 Masterpiece Poppy was issued to mark Remembrance Day. However, it's not just the significant theme that makes this coin stand out for me. The golden coloured poppy that adorns the coin was made from in-ear brass British artillery shell fuses recovered from the First World War battlefield of the Somme and areas of France and Belgium. And that's not all. Each poppy features a central disc of red enamel, which was mixed with earth recovered from several locations along the British front line of the Somme and Passchendaele. Now, these poppies are not only made of metal from World War I, but they also possess the very essence of the battlefield, which the brave soldiers fought and died upon, and that many still lie at peace beneath. Plus, considering that thanks to collectors like yourselves, we've now raised over £1 million in donations for the Royal British Legion. So this coin really does tick all of the boxes. We certainly finished the decade strong, and last year's standout 50p release comes in at number 3. Of course, it's the Peter Pan 50p's. Now, 2019 marked 90 years since author J.M. Barrie gifted all his rights in Peter Pan to Great Ormond Street Hospital. And to commemorate this generous gift, a brand new series of British Isles Peter Pan 50p coins were issued. And not only do they look absolutely incredible, these coins were developed in partnership with Great Ormond Street Hospital Children's Charity, which means that for every coin sold, a donation will go directly to GOSH Charity to help support the hospital and the seriously ill children from across the UK who are cared for there. And wow, collectors really couldn't get enough of these incredibly nostalgic 50p's, and it's not hard to see why. But the best thing about this release for me, that's easy, as so far, collectors like yourselves have helped to raise over £250,000 for Great Ormond Street Hospital Children's Charity. In second place, it wasn't a matter of if, but rather when this next collection would appear, as it'd definitely be a crime not to mention the Beatrix Potter 50p series. Now, my memory of Beatrix Potter goes back to my childhood and reading the fascinating tales of Peter Rabbit and co. And for me, these 50p's certainly do justice to those memorable tales. Now, 3 years and 14 coins later, the Beatrix Potter 50p series has to be one of the public's favourite ever. as ever since the Royal Mint released this first series of Beatrix Potter 50p's in 2016, these charming 50p's have created a collecting frenzy, becoming increasingly sought after to this day. So I can very confidently say that this is easily one of the standout coin releases of all time, let alone the decade. And finally, we have our winner. So they're not just the coin series of the decade. These are the coins that completely transformed coin collecting. And I bet you can guess what they are. The London Olympic and Paralympic 50p's. Of course. So, issued to mark London's hosting of the 2012 Olympic and Paralympic Games, this coin series played a huge part in transforming the 50p into the world's most popular collectible coin. So, in 2012, 29 50p's were issued to commemorate the London Olympics, and millions rose to the challenge of collecting them all. And the Royal Mint have actually now estimated that as many as 75% of the Olympic 50p coins have now been completely removed from circulation by collectors, which is a testament to their popularity. And it was the Olympic 50p series that really paved the way to the 2010s, becoming the decade of the 50p. So of course, these had to be featured at the top of my list. Now, as you can imagine, it is so hard to cram a decade of incredible coin releases into a top 5, as there are so many other amazing releases just like these that I could have included. But for me, these 5 coins have been my personal standouts. But do you agree? Because if not, let me know your top 5 in the comments below. And trust me, it is a lot harder than you might think.